Welcome, one and all, to podcast episode number 12 of Business in the VOM Today. I'm Michael Murphy, the current president of the Mamaroneck Chamber of Commerce, and this is my host, the Chamber Vice President, Jennifer O'Neill. Jennifer, how are you?
I'm wonderful, Michael. Thanks for asking. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. There's your line right there.
I got
have
it.
To read your line.
Of course. Just checking in with you. The Mamaroneck Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit membership organization established in 1917 as the Businessmen's Association of Mamaroneck. We are a thriving group of merchants, restaurateurs, and business professionals dedicated to helping and supporting one another for the good of the community. Special shout out to the executive officers and all board members who are all volunteers. We work diligently at making the Chamber an organization which promotes and supports all businesses in the village of Mamaroneck.
Yes, we do, and we have a few of those board members on this show today. Isn't it funny, back in 1917, the Businessmen's Association of Mamaroneck, when it was all businessmen, and today, this is March, we're celebrating Women's History Month, and we've got some tremendous women-owned businesses in the village of Mamaroneck. We'll get to that later. Anyways, the Mamaroneck Chamber of Commerce will continue to work hard at following their slogan, which is...
Keep it local.
That's our slogan. That is encouraging shopping, dining, and hiring, doing business locally, and advocating for businesses like yours in the village of Mamaroneck. Hey, how about a big chamber welcome to the new members that we've had since the beginning of the year? And I'm going to list them right now. And if you're listening out there, thank you for joining the chamber. Reliable Fence. What's the next one?
We've got Root to Rise, Food That Fits You Too, State Farm Insurance Agency, Alyssa's Trattoria, Lotus Theory LLC, City Publications of the Hudson Valley, and Jane Sikorsky Photography.
And if you're listening out there, welcome to the chamber. We want you to get involved, not just to be a member. All right, so we're going to begin, Jennifer, with our fellow board member, our treasurer on the board, and our good friend, Mike. Secretary. Man.
And dear friend.
See? And dear friend, yes. We all make mistakes, Mike.
That's okay.
Everybody. Right.
That's what I'm here for.
That's right. Okay. Mike Sepkowski. Mike, great to have you here. Okay. Now, I know this is your first time on the show. We're delighted to have you here.
It is.
You're among friends here, so just relax. In this beautiful theater that, Murphy Brothers Contracting did do the build of.
I didn't know that, but it doesn't shock me.
Partnering with LMC Media, what a great award-winning project. All right. Now, you've been a member of the Chamber as well as the board for many, many years. Mm-hmm. Perhaps even, you're in the majority. You're actually a native of the village of Mamaroneck.
I am, yeah. I essentially born and raised here. My grandparents bought a house here in the 60s up in the Heights. My mom grew up there. Then I was raised there. So, yeah, I consider Mamaroneck home. Absolutely.
Yeah, you've always lived here? You never went away to college or anything? You just stayed right in this area?
So, when I was born, we were in Port Chester for a few years, and then we moved back here to Mamaroneck, college in Massachusetts, and then coming back from college and getting engaged to my now wife. We lived in New Rochelle for a period of time. We live in Rybrook now for 4 years.
Yes, but a great member of the Chamber of Commerce. How about a fun fact that people should know about you?
Fun fact about me. I think they're a handful, but
we'll take more than one.
We'll take more than one. Great. So I'm a big golfer. I love that the weather obviously outside right now is turning a little bit, so I'm trying to get back outside and get active and get out on the golf course. And then I'm a huge Star Wars fan. That's like my thing. So I'd be happy to come back another time and just do a whole segment just on that if you'd like, but we'll pass on that today.
Star Wars golf?
Star Wars anything.
Oh, okay, Star Wars anything. How about that? You didn't mention the fact that you do play drums. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm a big music guy as well. Haven't been playing a lot recently, just given life and things how busy things are. But yeah, music is a huge part of my world.
And he's got the cutest dog.
Oh yeah, Toph is the best.
Well, our guest today is our fellow board member. He is the secretary of the board, and you've been the secretary for many years. Is that correct?
I think I've been the secretary of the board now, probably 4 or 5 years. I've been a member of the chamber since 2018.
2018.
It's before I was born.
Mike Sepkowski is also a New York Life professional. Now, what are the many services that you as a New York Life professional offer?
Sure, thank you. Yeah, so I'm an agent with New York Life. I'm a financial services professional with Life Securities LLC. I have been for now over 12 years. So basically what I'm doing on a daily basis is working with individuals, families, and businesses to help protect 4 key things: what they own, what they owe, what they earn, and who they love. And I think the simplest way that I can try, by the way, I try to keep my process really simple and fun and lighthearted. I know a lot of this can be heavy, right? But trying to have some fun with it just makes it go by and makes it a lot easier for everybody. So the simplest way that I can imagine talking about this with my clients is like we're building a house, right? Their financial house. So the first thing, laying a foundation down, trying to understand, all right, what's our net worth, cash flow, what's coming in and out, what am I worth financially in a given day? Floor one is our risk management, things like your life insurance, disability insurance, long-term care insurance. Essentially what you're doing is before you go up to bed at night, right, you're going to lock the front and the back door. You're going to protect today to be able to then plan for tomorrow. Second floor of the house is thinking about that future. We're going up to bed. We're going to dream about the future, retirement, and, if there are any kids in the equation, their educational planning, college planning. The roof on the house is, being able to then spin an income off of the work that you've sown over the course of time, right? So I love being able to say that I'm able to help most people at any stage of their life. But I think, the biggest takeaway from that is that it's not a diner menu approach. I always like joking about that, right? It's not, hey, what do you have? Here's what I have. What do you want? It's really a customized and tailored approach to do a lot of listening. What are your objectives, concerns, and goals? And how best can I use my 12 plus years of experience in the industry to leverage the different options and solutions to help, set you best up for the future?
Fantastic.
You
Mike,
help people sleep well at night.
Exactly.
we need more of that. So, a New York life professional, why did you decide to join the chamber?
Well, given obviously my time here in Mamaroneck and how much this is home, and then the nature of my business and how so much is predicated on being able to get out and meet new people, it was a no-brainer, right? What better way than, rubbing elbows and shaking hands with some friends and now new friends right here in the community to better create more opportunity for myself and my business, but also help give back, even a little bit to a village that has already given my family so much. So it was just kind of like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go do this for a career. Well, obviously the Chamber of Commerce is the next step, and where best to do it? Mamaroneck.
So you've been a member for over 7 years, almost going on 7 years now. What would you say to anyone that was thinking of joining the chamber?
I'd say you have to. Why not? Right? Whether, much like myself, if you're a professional, right, and you have some kind of business, whether it's, B2C or what have you, it's a great way to go out and meet new people, create new opportunities for yourself, exchange business cards, et cetera, et cetera. But I think, too, we do a lot of work with the local restaurants and the local storefronts here in the village, whether on the avenue or around the area, of trying to make sure that they've got the necessary connections that they have to our local government to make sure that they can facilitate their business as efficiently as possible to, make sure that people enjoy living here and want to stay here and want to be here to shop or to dine or whatever. So, to anybody that's thinking about it, if you haven't yet, what are you waiting for?
I like that. So if your business is in Mamaroneck, whether it's a brick and mortar or if it's a work at home kind of place, even a non-for-profit, we encourage you to join the Chamber of Commerce, not just for the networking, not just for the education things that we do, and I guess we do some things, but it also just for the advocacy. And we have a great group, and we're delighted to have you on the board.
Thank you.
Here we are in March 2025. Why is now a good time for our business community members to for that matter, anyone to contact you that's thinking about financial items you can help them with?
It's a great question. At the end of the day, there's no better time to have any of these types of conversations and get any of this stuff done than when you're as young and healthy as you ever are, right? It helps create flexibility for you for the future, whether things are good or bad, to be able to, adjust how you need to, kind of roll with the punches. But also, I think, given the fact that, April 15th is coming right around, a lot of people, whether they're individuals, their families, their business owners, they're having conversations around a lot of these items with other professionals in their world. And so it's kind of like, hey, if this is on our top 10 list of things to do, well, why not cross it off? Now, I fully understand and know, by the way, that these items that I am able to handle, they fall to number 11 a lot of the time, right? So, how best can I try and make this as simple and easy and as fun as I can, make it a process to easily cross it off the to-do list and make sure that, yes, you're sleeping better at night, your family, your business is protected, and I can go on and focus on some of those other things that are, on that top 10 list.
Well, avoiding these subjects does not make them go away.
That is correct.
And I would say that you are a fun person who can break things down, deconstruct them, and make them simple. So I would highly suggest people go and meet with you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I take a lot of pride in the fact that I've been doing this. Obviously, I'm a young guy, right? I graduated from Mamaroneck High School in 2008. So being able to say that I've been doing this for over 12 years and that I'm still here, I take a lot of pride in that, and I want to be able to make sure that, those people that I'm able to work with and I'm lucky enough to get introduced to, have that confidence and clarity that, what it is that we're doing makes sense now, it makes sense tomorrow, and it makes sense 10, 20 years from now as well.
So Mike Sepkowski, New York Life professional, how do people get in touch with you?
Best way to reach me, I think, as far as where is our information, right? I mean, you can go to the Chamber website. I'm listed there as a board member and as a secretary, so you can hop onto the Contact Us page or the About Us page. All my info's there. Otherwise, reaching out to me at my office at 914-253-7259 is going to be the best way, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. My email's a little long, so we'll probably just go to the website if you want to shoot me an email because it's on there. My name's a lot of digits. So let's not bore people with that today. But 914-253-7259 is my office line. I look forward to helping whoever has any questions. And
our website is mamaroneckchamber.org. And if you look under the board, you'll find Michael there.
Speaking of which, let's keep Michael on for the next segment. What do you think?
Sure, why not?
Lucky me. Let's do it.
Well, we're back now, and thank you all for listening to our show, Business in the VOM Today. This is episode number 12. Can you believe it? We're getting pretty good, almost professional. Well, we welcome our Chamber board member, Vanessa Ritter, owner of School of Rock. Vanessa, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, are you sure? We just couldn't have you alone. We have Mike Sepkowski here. Now, isn't it amazing? Look at that list that I gave you. It said that the Chamber members in the Village of Mamaroneck, unbelievable, were running for Best of Westchester in over a dozen different categories. And I thought, just as a shout out to these businesses, in the event that they'd be listening to it, or somebody might say, hey, they mentioned your name on the Chamber broadcast. How about if we look down and say, whoa, who were they? So, Vanessa, why don't you take the first category, food items, right there, and list these businesses.
Amazing. From personal experience, I've indulged in all of these items, so I will attest to how great they are. So we'll start with Brooklyn Bagel for their bacon, egg, and cheese.
Ooh.
The Brooklyn Bagel again for their bagels.
Bagels alone.
They're quite big, by the way. And for hot dogs, we've got none other than the Walters hot dogs.
What else?
Gee. Yeah, it can't possibly be anything else.
I think they win every year.
As they
and then
should.
ice cream, which is a new one in town, Penny Lick ice cream.
Love Penny Lick.
It's delicious.
Really unique flavors. Ramen, I just had their ramen for the first time last week.
Give them a shout out.
Love it. Duke's Ramen. Love it, love it, love it.
Okay.
So good.
Literally, first time she was there, was it yesterday? The day before
Last week.
Right.
I took a colleague to lunch. Yes. And
she convinced me to go there, and I've never been there. So,
You feel
Dukes, we're coming.
You really do.
Gene, we're coming.
You
Well, I
feel
had Penny Licks
transported.
yesterday, and that was phenomenal.
Oh.
Mango. Mm-hmm.
I'm not a sweet person, but they have like flower flavored ice cream.
Well,
which
you know,
is
there's a
amazing.
saying about,
Lavender.
in order to get the sweet, you have to go through the bitter.
The sour, I believe it
Or
was.
sour,
Yes.
The
whatever.
sweet isn't as sweet without the sour.
There you go. And what's the last item there?
Sushi, one of my favorite things to eat, and that would be red plum. They're
Red Plum. Long-time member of the
delicious.
Chamber. Mike, why don't you take food at restaurants?
All right. There's a variety of fantastic local restaurants here for food. My personal favorite, this is not hyperbole, my personal favorite for barbecue is Smokehouse Tailgate.
Nice.
Right down the way here from our little studio, which is the best. Candy chocolate is Chocolations.
Okay, let's stop for a minute
All right,
there.
pause.
Not a restaurant. Should have been in the items there, but awesome.
Awesome.
Yes.
Best.
She is the best.
The best.
We'll come back to her again, of course. Chef Mark Texiera of Augustine's Solomeria.
Award-winning.
I never know how to pronounce that.
Well, there's a first time for everything. There's the first time for me.
He
So
was good, right?
fact check that later,
Great
someone, please.
martinis.
Thank you. Yep. Best diner, Mamaroneck Diner and Pizza, or the Nautilus. We've got a nice little village battle there between the two. Food truck, we're back with Walters. If you can't go to the the old the historical landmark stand or into White Plains, you can have the truck. You can see it all over the place.
So trucks are considered restaurants these days, huh?
Yes,
Traveling
restaurants.
restaurants. That's right. Italian restaurant. I'm going to do it again. Augustine's Salomeria. Pasta shop. A. Mercurio and Sons.
Amazing.
And then it's just a staple in the community for pizza, Sal's.
Well, it's more than just a pizza place. It's actually a destination like the Emblem Theater, wouldn't you think? Or,
I would agree.
Yes.
For Westchester and
Yes,
beyond, I would
absolutely. They should give him an award just for being in this community.
say.
I think so. And then because if it wasn't going to be an issue the first two times, we'll try it a third. So restaurant is Augustine Salomeria.
Mark, we're coming over for a martini. Okay, finish it, Jennifer. Starting with fun and leisure.
Fun and Leisure, Movie House, Mamaroneck Cinemas, right next door.
Nice.
Health and Beauty, Pilates Studio, Fior Pilates. Home and Garden, General Contractor. Murphy Brothers Contracting.
I like those guys.
I've heard
I like
good
them
things.
too. They're good guys. Kitchen and Bath Design, Bellata Kitchen and Majestic Kitchens and Baths.
Another face-off. Two great kitchen places, showrooms. By the way, Bellata is having another grand reopening
Yeah, they just moved, right?
on May 1st. So we'll all be there with the big scissors.
Great.
Awesome.
The big scissors.
Do you want to hit the kids?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay.
Take us home.
Kids, Dance Studio, Case Studios.
No, it's Dance Cavis.
I'm sorry, what is it?
It's actually spelled wrong. It's Dance Cavis.
Cavis.
Yes,
Okay.
after Joe Cavis.
Cavis. That's important. Family Theater, Emmeline Theater. Good job, David.
Amen.
Summer Day Camp, Artistry, Performing Arts.
Yay, Heather.
Yay, we were just talking about Heather. And Toy Store, Toy Box.
Of course.
Of course.
Good job, guys. Services, Florist, Arcadia Floral, House of Flowers.
Ooh, another battle.
And Wedding Florist, House of Flowers.
Ah, great. Okay. Well, we are well represented in the village of Mamaroneck.
It is a huge honor to be to win that, and it's a fun night. So I encourage everybody to get out there and really. What did you say, Michael? It's a amusement park for adults that evening.
Yeah, it's like an amusement park for adults with drinks. So we'll be there to celebrate that.
I really wonder, just because I always celebrate this, that Mamaroneck has one of the most unique street population and business community and restaurant community. That have we, out of all the towns in Westchester, had the most nominations?
We're going to check into that. We want to have the most winners. That's for darn
Sure,
sure.
appears to be that way.
Yes, and
It's good to be nominated, though.
And you all
Absolutely.
know that we're going to a ribbon cutting today. We're excited to be going. Another addition to the restaurant community is Jill's Restaurant and Bar, which is just around the corner on West Boston Post Road. Can't wait for that.
Looking
right
forward
after
to
the
it.
show. All right, so let's see what's happening in the VOM. And in the month of March is very, very busy. So first up is on the Thursday, March 27th, in celebration of Women History Month, which is March, which is kind of interesting. You know, the weather. Remember, I mentioned earlier is about the weather, and then Women's History Month. It's amazing how they're both in the same month.
Spring,
Okay,
fertility.
Yes. That's it. The Chamber is celebrating our second women-owned businesses in the village of Mamaroneck at Hymet Distillery. Sorry, Uta. Hymet Distillery from 5:30 to 7, featuring 7 of our great chamber members, and you can register online. Any thoughts on that, Vanessa?
The drinks are going to be great.
You can
Confirmed, yes.
absolutely 100%. So, is it for women only, or can
No, everybody
anybody
can go, but it's really a celebration of the women-owned businesses within Mamaroneck. And so everyone can recognize that there's such a great community of women who own businesses.
You own a business in Mamaroneck.
I do. With my husband.
Yes.
Actually, Arcadia Floral did our wedding, which I love.
Oh, cool.
Is that right?
One of the nominees for services. Yes, correct.
How many years have you been in business?
It's going to well, it was 10 this past year, so we're in our 11th year.
I'm always curious about is why businesses chose the village of Mamaroneck. Why did you choose it?
The location, it's close to 95. Beautiful community, diverse community, multiple cultures, and people just love coming to Mamaroneck. It's got great street fronts, a lot of our families, when they come to drop off their kids wherever they come from, they go and explore the avenue, and they find something new every time they come, which I appreciate big time.
Sal's Pizza, Walter's Hot Dogs, and School of Rock, bringing people to the Village of Mamaroneck. I
We've
love
got
that.
the cherry blossoms at the harbor, which will be coming soon.
Another good reason. All right, so on Saturday, March 29th, Jennifer, what's happening?
Well, let's see, Michael. On
Drum
the
roll,
29th,
please.
we're going to have the Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade, which we will be marching in for the chamber.
Actually, I think that you're holding one half of the banner, and Michael is carrying the other half.
That seems to me. I'm the secretary of the chamber. I'm also the flag bearer.
Banner
Right.
holder.
Yeah.
I think are you the right side banner holder? Yes,
Sure.
that's right. Okay, you're the left side. Okay, so.
Sounds good.
We hope for warm weather this year.
Just like today, beautiful.
Oh,
Okay,
that would be awesome.
Now, where does that parade start?
I believe it starts right at Mamaroneck Avenue School.
It sure does.
If I remember from last year. We go all the way down to the harbor, and then there are beverages and some food for the people that marched.
And it all comes back to the School of Rock because the music is provided by the wonderful.
School of Rock.
That's right, School
best.
of Rock, amazing. And so they'll be down there with all the marchers. The only way you can get into the hospitality tent is if you march, and everybody is encouraged to march. So if you out there in the business community would like to march, just contact Jennifer or myself, and we'll get you behind that banner, right? So it'll be fun. Okay, the chamber will be marching, and as I said, now the Sound Shore St. Patrick's Day Parade celebrates Irish-American heritage and the American immigrant experience, uniting the Sound Shore community from Port Chester to Mount Vernon East. It's all on that train line right there.
The Sound Shore, right?
Yep, the Sound Shore. The parade also supports education through its scholarship funds, which has awarded more than $60,000 in scholarships to deserving Sound Shore students. And at this point, I'd like to thank Sedona Tap House because they've got the wonderful Dine Out for Charity in the month of March. And every Monday, you can go there. You can buy one of those steak dinners, salmon dinners, chicken dinners, and they put $1 in the scholarship fund, which is fantastic.
Bill is so generous
He's
and
amazing.
cares
They're
so much
amazing.
about the community.
It's also
Okay.
it's a fantastic meal, by the way, too. So, you know, hey, and you get to double it up with the charitable.
And
piece
free
of it.
parking. Can't beat that.
Excuse to go
Okay.
out on Monday.
Let's see what happens in our third segment. Stick around.
Okay.
And we're back here, and now we've got a full room. We've got Roisin Flanagan, the owner of Jill's Bar and Grill and Bar. No, restaurant and bar.
There it is.
Right? I knew I'd get it.
yes.
Yay, we're going to have a ribbon cutting today.
That's
now,
it.
They've been soft opening, lasted a longer than we thought it was going to last, you know, but here we are on the cusp of St. Patrick's Day, which is Monday. If you're listening to this, today is the 14th, and so this is St. Patrick's Day weekend. This is going to be fun. Now, we're talking about the parade in the last segment. We're just going to finish it up here. You know, our Grand Marshal, who'll be leading the parade this year, is going to be leading it on the second best street to march this side of Dublin's Fair City, and he hails all the way from County Larchmont, and that's Matt McCauley. This parade this year is going to pay special tribute to our area's first responders and the 9/11 heroes and their families. It's going to be something. And, of course, the ever-amazing LMC Media team will be producing that produces this podcast will be doing the broadcast there of the parade live. They'll bring it to you into your homes on Saturday, March 29th. The second best way to enjoy the parade if you're not able to march or cheer from the sidelines is to watch it on LMC Media. Go for it, Jennifer.
Okay. Thanks for listening to our podcast. You will learn more at our website, mamaroneckchamber.org. Special thanks to LMC Media. This podcast was recorded at their studio on the Avenue in Mamaroneck, New York. Visit lmcmedia.org to book your time in this state-of-the-art, conveniently located, walkable from the Metro North train station on Mamaroneck Avenue. You can also support this nonprofit media center at lmcmedia.org/donate.
All right, thank you. That was a good spot for that. But now we're going to go back to the calendars. And if you're marking your calendars, mark April 10th at 8 a.m. It's a general meeting at Nautilus Diner. Special guest, Jason Pinto, talking about the Summer Village Block Party. I don't care what the temperature's outside. There's going to be a Summer Village Block Party in June or July. Was it June or July?
I think it's July.
July. Great. Yes, and I know Jennifer really loves breakfast at the Nautilus at 8 o'clock in the morning. Our special guest, Roisin Flanagan, all the way from West Boston Post Road. Yes, okay. Now she's become a second native, her second citizen of Mamaroneck. She loves
Yes.
Mamaroneck, right? So tell us, why did you choose the Village of Mamaroneck to open up your restaurant?
Why did I choose the friendly village, Michael? Come on, it's the proof is in the pudding. We've been in business now for 10 months. People are amazing. I've had no issues. Customers are lovely. People are lovely. It's going great, swimmingly. Even you, your behaviour is amazing.
I've heard you have an amazing brunch too.
We do brunch 11 to 3 on Saturday and Sundays.
I can attest. I have gone. It is delicious.
Really?
Really? You didn't walk up to the hostess and say, with the mostess, the owner who's...
I'm meeting her for the first time today. I've enjoyed Jill's for 10 months, but I am meeting her for the first time today. Yeah,
my
brunch
gosh.
is fantastic. Everybody should go.
This is
was
like
great.
this is like the Irish version of Cheers. Everybody
Yes.
there, right? Part of the gang, right?
Also, Mike swooping in there to Jill's under the radar.
A little bit, yes, potentially.
Never again. Never
No, not
again.
anymore. Yeah.
Yes. Delighted to have you on the show. Delighted to have you in the chamber. We're glad that you joined. Can you tell us why you did join the chamber?
You're part of the community. You are the community. You're the one that keeps everybody together. Everybody knows what's going on. We kind of move as like a school of fish around the place, and I feel like you always have your finger on the pulse of what's going on. Am I right?
You're right.
I'm not doubting that. What do you think? Agree?
I
So,
agree.
one of the things that we have been talking about, that we're working with the Village of Mamaroneck on, is a Taste of Mamaroneck weekend in September. It's going to be September 4th through 7th. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, featuring all the great restaurants and all the great food venues in the Village of Mamaroneck. So I know that Jill's is going to be a part of that.
Absolutely.
It's going to culminate on the Sunday there. We're going to partner with the Kiwanis Club Car Show. They have a classic car show every year, 50th year this year. So we're going to have people down at the harbor. We're going to send them back to your place. So it's going to be fun. So I know that Jill's will be a part of that.
Yes, absolutely. We'll do a taste of Mamaroneck. Yeah, we'll have a whole special menu done, and so you can have the highlights of what's on the menu.
Okay, so since now we're doing this live, did we mention about the seafood charter we did? We did
We
not.
talked about it.
Not in front of. Yes, we did. We're good. Okay,
We raved
the
about
Guinness
it,
bread.
actually.
Yes. Okay, well, what's next? We've got 5 more minutes.
Well, we just are excited to welcome you to the village officially, and
Thank
really excited to
you.
experience your restaurant and all you have to offer, and the culture and the fun that your restaurant offers.
Thank you. And we got round to the ribbon cutting, but it actually came at the best time because now we can do it and kind of emphasize that we're Irish, especially in this month. So that everybody kind of knows, and we have the Irish chef, and he's whipping up all his mom's recipes and stuff, so you know it's authentic stuff, you know.
Yeah, great. They say in March, they say, or on St. Patrick's Day, they say everybody's Irish.
They are.
Right.
Yeah.
And they say that, and also we can say now that everybody is welcome to Jill's.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Well, and your chef's Irish too, right, Brendan?
Yes, Brendan, yeah, he's from Kildare, yeah.
And the service at your place is just really phenomenal. It stands
Thank
out.
you.
Your people are head and shoulders above. I really have to say that. They are hardworking, they are cheerful, and they really pay attention to the room. I was very impressed.
Wow, I appreciate it.
And is
You're
it
welcome.
true that you're with your husband
Yes.
as partners? So I love that story because I own a business with my husband. So it's kind of cool. Tell me a little bit about the Jack Jill idea.
So it was actually all his idea, but I won't let him listen to this after me saying that. So we opened Jack's 5 years ago, and it was called Jack's after because he looks like his grandfather Jack, and the side street is Jackson Avenue. We wanted something like quick and quirky, not too long, you know. So we called it Jack's. Worked perfectly. We didn't know 5 years down the road we'd open another spot. So he came to me about a year ago, and he was like, "Listen to me." He was like, "What about Jill's?" And I was like, I don't know, Shane, like it's a nursery rhyme. I was like, I want to be taken seriously. And then I came into Jack's one day going to work, and he told everybody in the place that it was called Jill's. And they were like, "Wow, Jill's, we love it. It's such a good idea." And then it stuck. But now when you think about it, like, you're not going to forget Jack and Jill. So it was free marketing, and it all worked out.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's good branding. I
yes,
love
in
it.
10 years from now, we want to have you back on the show. I don't know who's going to be doing this, but say, great to have you all over here. Now, as y'all, these are, if you're watching this, if you can see this, these are the big scissors. We did cut the ribbon already there at Jill, so the task has already been done, as you said, as we heard Jill Roisin say. And you're all welcome to go down there this weekend, every weekend, during the week. lunch specials. Tell them about that.
So we do a special grilled cheese menu that's only available for lunch. It's only available till 4 o'clock every day. We do 4 grilled cheeses, and they come with fries or salad. You get a tomato dip. It's a huge meal. It's $19. You're full till the whole evening. It's insane. It's so good. We do the one that's hitting the most is we do one called the artichoke, and it's a spinach and artichoke dip essentially sandwiched in the sourdough. People are loving it. Yeah.
Okay, and in the village of Mamaroneck, you can actually get a real pint of Guinness. Authentically good pint of Guinness at Jill's.
Yes,
okay,
we
which
are.
is other places may pour something they call Guinness, but it's not really the same. You have to go there. So if you want to taste it, you got to go there. So, anyways, thank you all for listening. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, make your request known to our VP, Jennifer O'Neill, and she'll see what you can do about it. For more information on how you can join the chamber, visit MamaroneckChamberOfCommerce.org. Our chamber slogan is
Keep
Keep
it
it local.
Keep it
local.
local. Right. We should have shirts made up or something. Okay, let's support each other's business. Thank you for being in the Mamaroneck Chamber of Commerce, and our number one goal is to help your business succeed in the VOM. You tell us what we can do to support your business in 2025 and beyond. Last words, Roisin.
Come to Jill's this March for the best Irish food around and the best pint of Guinness.
Mike.
I'm going to Jill's tonight.
Jennifer.
Sláinte.
God bless.
And we said we're going to finish with an Irish song, and we thought When Irish Eyes Are Smiling, right, would be a great song. So, Jennifer, want to lead us in the song as you seem to know the words?
Well, you just said that we needed to sing the chorus, so I'm
Just
happy
the chorus.
to join in.
Okay,
with
we
you.
can all come in. Okay, ready?
Okay.
When Irish eyes are smiling,
all the world is bright and gay.
and when Irish eyes are smiling, oh, it'll steal your heart away.
Geez, I'm going to do who put the overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder. Thank you. Maybe I'll do it the next one. All right. No one knows, right? But thank you. Great. See you next time.